Hi, today is August 7th, 2026, and here are my poems for the day. The first one is poem number 1215 for the year, Some Real Fine Pie. There it is, a single feather, lying there upon the ground. But there is no bird attached to it, no bird to make a single sound. Perhaps the bird that the feather once upon a time was attached to is letting out a little tweet. As I look at the feather, that could be true. Perhaps the bird that left this feather will come along for a brief fly-by. Perhaps I'll hear that birdie tweet, and that would be some real fine pie. Poem number 1216, The Man Who Was Afraid to Be Himself. The man who was afraid to be himself made everyone around him a little less inclined to be themselves. Over time, as the man met more and more people, there were more and more people who caught the fear from him and who found more and more ways to be something or someone other than what or who they were. Eventually, it became more and more difficult to identify people and for people to self-identify. This may sound sad, but at the end of the day, oneself is more or less as good as another. The man who was afraid to be himself was eventually hailed as a prophet who showed the people another way. Poem number 1217, The River of Tears. She dove head first into the river of tears and somehow managed to reach the area of the river that was mostly tears of laughter. This wasn't what she had come for. She had come to the river to grieve, but as she swam in the peals of laughter, she found herself processing and changing and laughing. And when she returned to the rocky shore, she found that she had been fully restored. She had no more grief or anger or fears, and she turned round and thanked the river of tears. Poem number 1218, The Ocean of Agony. It was called the Ocean of Agony, but it was really quite pleasant, with peaceful blue waters, full of playful, juggling fish and other aquatic wonders. And the water made a sound like the most beautiful, strange music you have heard, like if the Residents tried to sound like Sibelius, or if Ligeti tried to sound like, I don't know, Chopin or Vangelis. And the Ocean of Agony told the most beautiful stories, achingly beautiful stories, agonizingly beautiful. It is said that the agonizing beauty of the stories the ocean told were how the ocean got its name. And if you were to ever hear the Ocean of Agony tell even one of its magical, beautiful, agonizing stories, you would believe it. And the last poem of the day, poem number 1219, Hate Lake. Hate Lake is not an angry lake. It is where you go to wash away your hate. When you're debilitated by blinding hot rage at that motherfucker who did that fucked up shit and you are finally ready to let go of that anger, you can drive to the lake, take off your clothes, and slip into the water, and you will be enveloped in equanimity and the spirit of forgiveness. And if, when you come out of the water, those little shits who hang out by the lake so they can taunt people and make fun of their naked bodies, taunt you and make fun of your naked body until you fucking hate those little shits, you can just go back into the water again. This is the magic of Hate Lake. All right, that's it. Thank you. I appreciate you.